about hospitals being very close to this particular area, and also the city in itself suffering because of traffic and other noise pollution issues. He's emphasized here that many residents don't even own cars here. The AIADMK has also raised constitutional concerns, citing Article 14, which ensures equality before the law, questioning the use of public funds for a private event. In response, of course, the DMK has defended the race as a move towards international recognition and even revenue generation for the state, with profits, of course, shared with private organizers. Now, we, of course, spoke to some of the people about what they think. There's also politics about it. Let's listen into a few reactions first.
They can do an alternatives for the same, right? So if they are going to block this way, they can just do an alternative place where they can allow us to move over there, so that we will, the public will not get affected by it, right? Thank you.
Can you tell us how important this road is, because we have Omandurar Hospital here?
Omandurar Hospital, this is a hot city, right? Central, wherever we need to go to Central, or we need to go to Egmore, everything, this is the central position. And most of us use this way. So it would be fine if they could arrange an alternative for the same.
Well, let me open this up to our panel today. Kovai Sathyan of the AIADMK is with us. S. Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, political analyst, also joins us. We'll also be soon joined in by Saurabh-ji. He's editor of Autocar India. And Lloyd Matthias, business strategist, also will be with us in a short while from now. Mr. Sathyan, firstly, I'll come across to you. What are the main objections here? Because we've seen, F1 races. This is, of course, an F4 race being held in some of the top cities in the world. Be it Singapore, that has been continuously hosting this. It brings in a lot of eyeballs, attention, revenue to, the country and to the city that it, has the race in. We've seen the latest one in Las Vegas. We see it happen in Monaco. What's the problem if it happens in Chennai?
There are something called priorities. You might be aware of the Maslow hierarchy theory, right? The basic need of a human being is food, then clothing, then he needs a place to stay. There is no dal available on the public ration shops in Tamil Nadu. This government only last week had woken up after our leader has cited it and called for a tender. And the common men who are in the below poverty line, the downtrodden, are running from pillar to post to get one tur dal and rice in the ration shops in Tamil Nadu. In one of the rural districts, there is only one doctor for a population of 1 lakh people. We created 2,000 Amma mini clinics and it was shut down, cited lack of manpower. Look at the priority of this government. 69 lives were lost because of the illicit liquor in Kalakurchi district. The court had given a note saying that why don't the chief minister and his son visit the Kalvarine Hills and look at whether any alternative economies is possible. Is Formula 4 race car so paramount importance right now? You have a racetrack just 30-40 kilometers away from Chennai. You already have an established racetrack. The place called Irungattukote. When this cropped up, our leader sent out a statement. Why can't you conduct in a racetrack which is already available? Why do you want to spend the public money? Where there is the railway station, 20,000 people every day coming to Chennai seeking jobs. That's what the data says. There is a railway station, which is the main connecting for the eastern part of India and other places. And there is a government hospital wherein lakhs are visiting every day. What is the need? Who are these people trying to satisfy? Just because Udaynidhi's friends are in Tollywood industry, who are very much happy and who are fond of car racing, is he conducting a car race to please his friends and to boost his image among youngsters by spending public money? Aren't the common man need concerns or the priority for this government? Shouldn't that be the priority? Where is this leading to? Just because of one man's whims and fancies?
A few questions that I have. Before I go to Mr. Harish Mohammad, to you, Mr. Sathyan. I have a few questions. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. This matter was taken up before the Madras High Court. This race was supposed to happen in 2023. I think because of a cyclone, it was postponed. So it's not a sudden plan of sorts. This has been discussed. It has been deliberated. And petitioners, of course, raised concerns that you are raising, of hospitals nearby, of using the exchequer, money in the exchequer. All of this was raised. And the Madras High Court there didn't have any sort of issues in allowing the race, as long as they followed certain restrictions that the High Court had given. That, the people should not be inconvenienced, noise pollution is something that they should control. So when it has got the clearance from the court in itself, and more importantly, the court has also said that the private organizer of this race should eventually pay this money to the government. So the money as well goes back to the state. So where is the concern that you're flagging here, that where does it stem from?
The question, Deepak, is what is the answer given by DMK once our leader raised his concerns? It went to the court because we took it to the court to draw the attention. And there were very comfortable answers given to them saying that it is not government money, it's another private party's money. That's where the court intervened and asked the private player to refund the money. Now it is pending before the Supreme Court. It is still not over. The question here is, what is the need? What is the priority of this government? What is the need to have a race inside the Chennai city? Is there a convincing answer that has come out from Mr. M.K. Stalin or his son, Mr. Prince Udayanidhi? In what way it is going to benefit a common man in the society who is struggling of the inflation and the rising costs?
Let me ask that to Mr. Harish Mohammed. Mr. Harish Mohammed, Mr. Sathyan says, what is the need to have this race? Because there is a racetrack very close by. You could have had it there. Bringing it to the city serves no purpose other than Udayanidhi Stalin and his friends. Respond to that, please.
Yeah, first of all, our friend Mr. Kovai Sathyan doesn't aware what is a F4 race is all to be. An F4 race, the first one will happen inside the circuit, and the second one will be a street race. And the street race, whatever the funds which has been allocated by the state government, which is going directly to the infrastructure and which will be commonly used by the general public. And number one, regarding what is the need, it is a need of Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu to make sure any kind of sports is being thrived in the society. And all the drivers, all the engineers, all the mechanics who are going to be used in this F4 race belongs to the local grassroots level. And the drivers have been, if they want to go ahead and get practice in an international race circuit, it costs them almost 1.8 crores. But where here the drivers have been trained by the racing authority, the private authority, in collaboration with the government. And the government is going to make sure all these kind of facilitated through the private sector, where the tourism gets boosted. And for instance, the first race which happened during the last 2 years before in Hyderabad, which generated almost $18 million in 1 week to the Hyderabad city alone. So what kind of need he is asking? It is a need of the sports authority of the state government to make sure each and every sport in the state thrives in any possible way. And whether anyone knows who is the sports minister in AIADMK government? No one. Because they all have the stomach burning that the current DMK government sports minister, Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin, is making sure each and every department in the sports to get the international attention. Whether it happens in chess Olympiad, which the entire international community came one together and celebrated like anything. And now with this F4 race, the entire international racing community is going to get inside Tamil Nadu. And for making what is the need, the hyphenated what is the need, which asked by Mr. Kovai Sathyan, I want to make sure the Renault drivers, which this Formula 4 race is going to be, the Renault company is going to start an additional plant in Tamil Nadu in the automotive corridor. This is the need which the Tamil Nadu state government is looking out for. This is the need which the general public which is looking out for. And we are speaking about the inconvenience to the general public. It is not going to happen at all, because the race in the street is going to happen only during the night, when the entire city goes on dull mood after 8 o'clock. And the circuit which has been earmarked across the city, which doesn't have any traffic congestion at all during the night. So each and every corner has been cordoned off by the sports authority, by the revenue department, by the sports ministry, by the health ministry, across the state government, and it has been earmarked for a
Okay, I think that's a very detailed answer that came in from Mr. Harish Mohammed.